If you told me 5 years ago that we would get a dedicated Demacia season cinematic and that Lux Crownguard wouldn't be in a single frame of it, I would have called you crazy. Demacia has always been the Lux and Garen show. Maybe a little Jarvan if we're lucky, or Galio if Riot is feeling generous. But Lux? She is the poster child. She is the marketing engine. She is the light of Demacia. And yet, here we are. The 2026 Season 1 cinematic, Salvation, is here. It is titled For Demacia. It is 5 minutes of pure Demacian storytelling, and the Lady of Luminosity is nowhere to be found. And you know what? It might be the best thing that could have happened to the region. Let's talk about why this absence matters. By removing the blinding light of Lux, we're finally allowed to see the shadows, and the other heroes who live in them. The cinematic opens not with a grand speech in the great city, but in the dirt. We see Garen, sure, he's the anchor. You can't do Demacia without Garen. But notice the difference? He's not in that pristine, polished silver armor we're used to. He's in simple clothes, training in the woods. There's a vulnerability here that we rarely get with Demacia. Usually, their trailers are about order versus chaos, but this scene feels like survival. When Garen is ambushed, it's not a glorious battlefield charge, it's a gritty, desperate brawl. This sets a tone that Lux's presence usually overwrites. Lux brings hope and sparkles. This trailer brings grit and struggle. And then we have the magic slot. Usually, if there's a magical threat in Demacia, Lux is the answer. She blasts it away with a final spark. But instead, we get Sona. Seeing Sona stepping up to defend the innocent against the creeping darkness, which we're all assuming is Nocturne or his influence, is such a refreshing change of pace. Sona offers a different kind of magical fantasy. She isn't a weapon of mass destruction, she's a protector. There is a shot around the 2-minute mark where she plays her Etwall, and the light pushes back the shadows. It's softer, it's more spiritual. It highlights the quieter, cultural side of Demacia that often gets drowned out by the anti-mage political drama that usually surrounds Lux. Also, did you catch that Morgana statue in the background? That is some top-tier environmental storytelling, hinting at the Veiled Lady's secret worship in the region. But let's be real. The reason this No Lux trailer works is because it finally gave the budget to the champions who needed it most. I am talking, of course, about Shyvana and Quinn. For years, Shyvana has been the awkward stepchild of Demacian lore. Is she a monster? Is she a hero? Well, this trailer finally answers that. Seeing her updated visual model, which looks incredible by the way, transforming mid-air to wrestle that crimson dragon, that is the monster versus monster spectacle we've been begging for. And Quinn! Quinn finally made it into a cinematic. And not just as a background extra. She's active, she's competent. Seeing Valor distract the dragon while Quinn lines up that crossbow shot, it establishes the Rangers as a legitimate threat, not just scouts. If Lux were here, the climax would likely be her and Garen back to back. By benching her, Riot forced themselves to animate a dragon fight and a tactical skirmish. It makes the military might of Demacia feel diverse. It's not just spin to win and lasers. It's dragons, crossbows, and sonic waves. Then there's the lore implication. We see Yunara, the character from the Ionian storylines, carrying what looks like Xin Zhao's broken spear. This is the connective tissue. By focusing on Yunara's desperate ride to deliver this news, the trailer emphasizes that Demacia isn't an island. It's part of a world that is moving on without its main characters. The stakes feel higher because we don't have the main character armor of Lux to assure us everything will be fine. When the darkness closes in on Sona, or when Garen is outnumbered, you actually feel a moment of doubt. That tension is impossible when you have the poster girl of the franchise on screen, because you know nothing bad can really happen to her. So, Salvation isn't just a cool cinematic, it's a statement. It's Riot saying that Demacia is big enough to survive without its golden girl. It proves that the region has depth, danger, and a roster of champions that can carry the weight of a season launch. I love Lux, don't get me wrong, but missing her this one time? It gave us Sona's courage. it gave us Shyvana's rage, and it gave us a Demacia that feels like a real country, not just a stage for the Crown Guards. But that's just my take. Did you miss the laser light show, or are you happy to see Quinn finally get a paycheck? Let me know in the comments below, and if you enjoyed the breakdown, hit that sub button. I'll see you on the Rift.